The father of a friend.
Doing okay?
Yeah, doing better. Yeah, it's in the hospital last week.
Oh, good. Good thing.
Yeah, yeah, they've been off for a good reason.
Yeah. No, that's the best reason to get out
Yeah,
regularly.
yeah.
Gives me waters for the mom.
Oh, it's all. I was already sipping mine.
Seated.
Oh man, schwitzy.
Way. Yeah, the hotter it gets, the more enjoyable it is. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, wait, I have a few more seconds. Hold on. It's not quite
We do a
6:30. Yeah,
countdown.
I just realized that's right. We have 30 seconds before we should start.
Well, by the time it hits the live stream, we'll be right on time.
That's right. That's true, actually. Absolutely. That's a good book you're reading. I have that. Really good book. Yeah, it's an important book. Be immortal. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And as you can see from the title on our visual tefillah, it is the 7th of Elul, which means that we are now in the month that precedes the high holidays, and traditionally Elul is the time where we start to reflect and start to contemplate our lives as we come closer to the high holidays.
Part of that reflection process is actually the recitation of this psalm, which we're supposed to do every day. I know you all have been doing it for the last 7 days. And if not, we'll sing it tonight, just to be able to reflect on this text, to reflect on ourselves as we approach the Chagim. Achat sha'alti beit Adonai, ota abakesh. Achat sha'alti beit Adonai, ota abakesh. Shivti beveit Adonai, kol yemei chayai. Lachazot benoam benoam Adonai, ulevaker bechalo. Lachazot benoam benoam Adonai, ulevaker bechalo. Achat sha'alti beit Adonai, ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti beit Adonai, ota avakesh. Shivti beveit Adonai, kol yemei chayai. Lachazot benoam benoam Adonai, ulevaker bechalo. Lachazot benoam benoam Adonai, ulevaker bechalo.
We continue the lighting of the Shabbat candles. I'd like to call upon our bat mitzvah of tomorrow morning, Abby Leader, as well as her brother Ben and parents Jen and David.
It is.
As their brightness reminds us
קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של Shabbat.
Now that we've welcomed Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Maybe wave to someone you know. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. Yum bitty bitty bye bye bye, yum bitty bitty bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yum bitty bitty bye bye bye, yum bitty bitty bye bye, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Yum bitty bitty bye bye bye, yum bitty bitty bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yum bitty bitty bye bye bye, yum bitty bitty bye bye, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha. Hishmianu, hishmianu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet, l'shemo tiferet, ve'litila. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, b'nei Shabbat ekavila. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, b'nei Shabbat ekavila. Hitoreri, kivorech, kumi uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai, alayich nigla. You should have it by now. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, b'nei Shabbat ekavila. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, ubetzola, toch emunei, am segula. Boi chala, boi chala, boi chala.
Here we go.
Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, b'nei Shabbat ekavila. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, lecha dodi likrat kala. Yam beri beri bye bye bye, yam beri beri bye bye, b'nei Shabbat ekavila.
We continue now with our call to worship the Baruch Hu. If you're able to, invite you to please rise, either physically or in spirit, as we continue a wonderful Baruch Hu by Rochelle Nelson, Cantor Rochelle Nelson. join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, כולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם בלילה, נגה יומם בלילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
I invite us to take a deep breath in, exhale out. Let's take another deep cleansing breath in.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuta Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated as we continue with Ve'ahavta, led by our bat mitzvah of tomorrow morning, Abby Leader.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you on this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God.
Sing the song of men and women and beloveds, joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים שלום, ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים שלום. ברוך אתה, אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
We now continue with the central portion of our worship with our tefillah. Please rise if you are able.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot, Ve'imahot, U'mevi Ge'ula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehayei HaKol Atah L'Shia, Muhor Mekahei Hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated.
God of all ages, enable us through Sabbath rest to learn and uphold the commandments and teachings of the Torah. May we strive for the triumph of your will. Make our hearts ready to serve you. We thank you, Adonai, for Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Together, for the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulacheh na'eh lehodot. So I invite you to take a deep breath for just a moment. It's always good to breathe. And on a Kabbalat Shabbat, we often do, before we go into our silent reflection, just a short Devar Torah, a little word of Torah. Pretty good portion. What do you think, Abby? It's a good portion you have. I think so. This week's portion from the book of Deuteronomy is titled Shoftim, which means judges, and it features a vital concept in our tradition. Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 18 states, quote, appoint judges, Shoftim, for each of your tribes in every town Adonai your God is giving you, and they shall judge Shaphat, the people with righteous judgment, Tzedek Mishpat. Most of us, if not all of us, know the famous words, Tzedek, Tzedek Tirdof, justice, justice shall you pursue, found in this week's Torah portion. The portion offers a double rendering of the word justice, Tzedek, Tzedek. I'm sure you are aware that our sages teach that no word in the Torah is ever superfluous, and certainly never a mistake. So what is the purpose of the second tzedek? There are some who read it with only the first three words, and they conclude that we ought to live justly anywhere we are. And then there are those who ignore the first half and read the verse as a divine right to inherit and possess the land. It is not uncommon in Israel for people to be able to recite the three-word mantra, Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof, by heart, which often finds itself on placards and bumper stickers. But how many put it into context with the second half of the verse? Justice is directly tied to our inheritance and possession of the land. One might even conclude that the verse is saying that our inheritance and possession is conditional upon us establishing a just society. The key word being lema'an, which means so that you may, which is the way to tell us that this is directly related and also predicated on the establishment of justice, a legal system, and a fair society. If this is true, it is also the case that if we fail to establish a just society based on the Torah's teaching, then we lose our possession of the land. It has happened twice before in our ancient past, and while I don't anticipate such a thing happening anytime soon, it is worth examining this conditional relationship. As Rabbi Josh Weinberg, the vice president of the URJ, states, as a Reformed Zionist, I hold Israel to a higher standard and have every expectation that a Jewish state should be just. We should be measured by how we treat the poor, the other, and the stranger in our midst. We should not have to apologize for our own rights to self-determination or for the need for self-defense. But that should not result in inequality for minorities or foreigners, unquote. However we feel However, when we feel insecure and when those in the outside world question our claim to land and to our own nation state, we tend to boost our self-esteem by emphasizing our nationalist identity. Let us remember that the more justice we pursue, the more our claim to the land will be indisputable. And even more importantly, we'll have maintained our integrity and self-respect as a nation. We pause in silent reflection.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai Hamivarech et Amo Yisrael v'haolam b'shalom.
We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. That healing may be a physical one, a spiritual one, or a mental one. On this Shabbat, we think of Sally El Melendez, Hannah Bat Miriam, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, Barry Brown, Rich Burns, Melissa Champer, Chu Chi, Talia Sorowski, Deanna Courtwright, Ness Fistrom, Carolyn Franklin, Holly Fugit, Marcia Geezer, Marina Gaffney, Charlene Griffin, Ted Guglin, Jack Haff, Olivia Hand, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jesse Jessen, Jennifer Johnson, Mimi Jones, Rosie Gurman, Sylvia Karp, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Shirley Lerner, Carol Lesage, Litia Leos, Bobby Lotman, Emmett Lowry, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Gerald Maddox, Ariana Madison, Harlan Madison, Stephen Marceri, Rich McCarthy, Neil McElwee, Beverly Meador, Vivian Cooper Moore, Gunther Mayberg, Lawrence Neal, Barbara Wanamaker Neiman, Brad Parkins, Gabrielle Pollock, Heidi Preston, Stephanie Rasmussen, Linda Rogers, Eva Rose, Shalia Rosenbaum, Devon Ross, Patricia A. Rosie, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Malachi Sorensen, Janice Schmitz, Anita Sadassi, Joanne Schenk, Sally Siegel, Shirley Silverman, Jonathan Stern, Donna Thyman, Gina Thrower, Kara Thayer, Steve Umecki, Teresa Walsh, Jeannie Watson, Brenda Weinstock, Harriet Weintraub, Nancy Weisenfeld, Trent White, Kevin Wilburn, Bridget Wilson, Sue Witten, Sherman Wong, Yaakov Ben Ada, Brandon Yarkin, and everyone who's suffering from coronavirus. If you wish to add another name to our healing list, I invite you to raise your hand. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Deb? Thank you. Thank you. We wish upon all those we mentioned, refuah shlema, speedy and complete recovery, as we join together in praying for their health with Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Mishaberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Mishaberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Sherry Wiesner, and on behalf of Temple Emanu-El's Board of Trustees, welcome to our Kabbalat Shabbat service led by Rabbi Dana Magat and Cantor Leah Shafritz. After services, please join us in the Temple House for Kiddush and Hamotzi. Today's Oneg is sponsored by David and Jennifer Leader in honor of their daughter's bat mitzvah, Yvonne Nemec in memory of her husband, John's yahrzeit last weekend, and David and Cheryl Hyman in memory of David's mother, Sheila. First, Mazel Tov, David and Jennifer, on the bat mitzvah of your daughter, Abigail, tomorrow morning at 10:30. My future madricha, so I'm very excited for you. Yeah. On Tuesday, join the rabbi for his weekly chat at noon on Zoom. Also on Tuesday, put on your dancing shoes for Israeli dance at 7:30. On Thursday, our film discussion will meet on Zoom at noon to discuss the new restored film Hester Street on Amazon Prime. Next Sunday, September 11th, don't miss the 2020 groundbreaking celebration and luncheon. Please RSVP online. And please note for the foreseeable future, the entrance to the temple may switch locations as the construction proceeds. Also next Sunday is the first day of religious school. So please register online if you haven't yet done so that we get all our kiddos into school next week. Also on Sunday, September 11th, is the next Sefer Club meeting to discuss the novel Brazen by Julia Hart. High holidays are nearly upon us, and we begin our season with a lovely Slichot service on September 7th at 9 p.m. Please check out the booklets that were mailed or our online schedule to view our variety of services and experiences. We're also getting ready to do our 3rd annual High Holiday Bag Delivery to all of our membership. If you're able to make deliveries, please contact Iris in the main office to join this very appreciated team. Hope to see you next Shabbat for our first Erev Shabbat service of the season at 7 p.m. Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with Aleinu, please rise if you're able to, either physically or in spirit.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
It is our minhag, our custom at Temple Emanu-El, upon hearing the name of your loved one, if you choose to stand as a sign of love and grief for that person, and to remain standing until the names in our yahrzeit list have been recited, then together we will all rise. On this Shabbat, we are mindful of those that are grieving the Shiva, the first week of mourning, for Herman Poland, beloved father of Oliver Poland, as well as Gail Jacobs, beloved wife of Jerry, mother of Shauna and Robbie, grandmother of Megan and Jody. We also think of those that are grieving the Shloshim for Randall Shev, Steve Koss, James Hayward, Norman Siegler, as well as those that are grieving the Shana, the first year mourning for James Atlas, Michael Barco, Henry Barsky, Brenda Bausch, David Berg, Denise Blue, Richard Berriesi, Esther Burton, Curtis Cage, Dr. Ed Kahn, Ruth Kahn, Eldon Chernes, Rhoda Edwards, Carol Everett, Mervyn Feinstein, Richard Gersten, Cirilo Guerra, Laura Jacobson, Deborah Katzman, Sylvia Lazarus, Bobby Lebo, Bernie Levine, Mary Mickey Brzant Looper, Rita Lauren, Emmanuel Marquis, Barry Miller, Harvey Offenhartz, Len Pomerantz, Gladys Popolo, Corinne Ravel-Retchen, Joe Russo, Jane Sargent, Arnold Schaffritz, William Shepard, Jerry Turchin, Leanne Wanamaker, Reuben Morgan, Rabbi Marty Weiner, Lucy Young, Laura Ziffer. We also think of the following yahrzeits on this Shabbat: Pam Allison, Nathan Aronoff, Ann Barnett, Ruth Bernstein, Jean Brister, Eileen Judith Cohen, Herbert Cohen, Lillian E. Davis, Thomas Fox, Edward Fox, Marilyn Friedlander, Fania Galperin, Edward Gold, George Goldstein, Alfred Gottfeld, Sheila Hyman, Morris Heller, Friedel Hirscher, Fred Carpel, Isadora Colton, Edward Kraft, Andres Lauber, Joel Landau, Janko Lutvak, Fred Paul Miller, Susan Moore, Bernard Nathan, Carl Pearson, Nathan Premack, Elaine Perwin, Louise Recht, Roberta Mendel Rivera, Carolyn Robinson, George Rosenberg, Sophie Shatton, Sylvan Siegler, Arthur Silverman, Raymond Summer, Gladys Sussman Maxey, Charles Bud Sweet, Janet A. Taylor, Henry Tucker, Hubert Turnbull, Dorothy Unnell, Ninny Unger, Blima Billy Walters, Francis James Wank, Louise Friedland Weiss, Michael White, Elizabeth Wilbur, Adolf Ziegler, Phyllis Ziss. Zichronam livracha, may all the memories of our loved ones endure as a blessing as we now all rise to recite together the ancient words of our mourners' Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash me rabba, be'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malachutei, b'chai echon of yom echon, uv'chai dechol be'Israel, b'agalav uzman kari v'imru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu, le'olam minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'miran belma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlomo rabba meshamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'akol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'akol Yisrael, v'akol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. Please be seated.
Shalom, bimromav. Oseh shalom, bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So normally, as you would exit, you often would go through the double doors and enter the next double doors. We're not going to do that tonight. We don't want you to go outside if we can help it. So as you exit into the foyer, please make a left, passing the bathrooms on your right. Then you'll make an immediate right into the temple house. Please follow Deborah Zimmer. She's the tall woman right now leaving, right now. That very tall, exquisite woman. Look at her. Look at her go, everyone. That's how we should all walk, just like her. That's right. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.